Hello, my name's Tom Letter, and I'm with Selenite Sword Maker, and this is a training video on how to use the Alchemy processing pendulums. They contain over 400 power crystals and selenite powder that's mixed together in an epoxy mixture and then poured into a mold, and then I also add a neodymium magnet, so it creates a really powerful processing field, and also it's great for answering yes/no questions. In using a pendulum, the first thing you want to do is really establish what is yes. And if I ask my pendulum, and it doesn't have to start from a complete stop, you can allow it to swing back and forth, and then ask it, show me what yes is. And my pendulum will always go clockwise as yes. And then if I say, now show me no, it will go counterclockwise. So, and the other thing that you can do is the pendulum can actually give you percentages. You could ask, is something 50%? And if it says yes, it's 50%. And if you continue, 50, 60, 70, and it will stop wherever that point is. So the first thing to do is establishing the yes/no question. Then you can analyze various things, like if you wanted to analyze food. This happens to be some snack mix, and if I test this, and my pendulum goes counterclockwise. So in a sense, this isn't really good for me. But what we can do with the, once you've tested it, then we can actually transform this by using one of the selenite swords of light, and we can actually, I can take the intention to add light. This projects light, energy, frequency, and of course everything that we eat is made of energy, frequency. Even though it looks solid, we can activate this and request that it become better for you or me to eat. So now I can take the pendulum and ask the question, would this now be good for me to eat? And what we find, it says yes. So the pendulum can give you really great yes/no answers to questions. Also, you could select vitamins with your pendulum. You could select food that you eat. And you could also activate water or other items that you want to eat by holding the pendulum over the item and first allowing it to swing counterclockwise, and then it will stop and go clockwise, where it's activating light into your drink or into your food. So it has the ability to activate further the food you eat and the water that you drink. The other thing that the selenite alchemy processing pendulum can do is it can process out non-beneficial energies. And it's really quite simple. We could look at the energies, the non-beneficial energies, as, say, the traumas that we may have experienced, or emotions like anger and jealousy. And also you can have non-beneficial type entities that can be affecting you, or distortions in your field. And the pendulum can actually assist you in removing those. And I always like to, whenever you want to remove any type of non-beneficial energy, it's always good to call in for help from potentially archangels, ascended masters. Ganesh is really great. Or you can call in a group called the Heavenly Heroes, and I can call forth the Heavenly Heroes and ask them to help me remove any non-beneficial energy, entity, or distortion from my field, or someone else's field, or someone near you. So if you find that there's a non-beneficial energy, you can make that statement, and the pendulum, allow the pendulum to swing counterclockwise. You actually don't have to, it's not really a yes/no question. It's allowing the pendulum to swing counterclockwise with that intention will assist you in removing any non-beneficial energies from either your person you're working with, your friend, or yourself, or an area. So when the process is done, the pendulum will stop and then it will go clockwise, and that seals in the light for that process, and it completes it. So any non-beneficial energies are very easily removed. Say that you've had a bad day and you're feeling a little bit stressed, you can actually remove any of that distortion that you've picked up just by taking that statement that you want to remove any non-beneficial energies, calling in the assistants, and swinging the pendulum counterclockwise. And when it's complete, it will go clockwise. So the pendulums are